Week 3. We have made it to week 3. Week 3. Can you believe it? 3 weeks. It's actually been a little longer than that, but Love Chat has officially been actively moving for 3 weeks. I'm excited about it. Yes, in the past I've done other things, gone live, doing interviews, and I'll be getting back to that. But this Love Chat series has been active for 3 weeks. I'm so excited. Next week it'll be a full month. I cannot believe it. Can you? Really? 3 weeks. Tribe, it's been 3 weeks. Let's get started. We've been talking about goal setting, and this is the Love Chat, and this is about the success and how to love yourself and get to the success and the goals that you are looking to achieve. So for the past 3 weeks, we've been talking about different types of goals and different ways to get to success. And last week and this week, it's been specifically about goal setting. Last week, we talked about the process, so I'll just go a little bit over that. Don't mind me if I look at my notes, right? So the process was about, recognizing what it is, what the process was, how to get to the process, and what the steps are. Basically, it's the behavior that you take during the journey to get to your goals. So this week is about the outcome, and the outcome is basically the specifics. It's all spelled out. It spells out the results that you hope to achieve and obtain getting to your goal. Now, because the outcome is the specifics, I don't want you to get them confused, because you can get them a little bit confused. The outcome will give you your target, but they don't tell you how to reach your target. That is the process, and going through the process gives you the outcome. You can't get to the outcome unless you go through the process. My bishop preached about that a couple of times last year. You got to go through the process. So that's it. You got to go through the process in order to get to the outcome, the desired outcome, okay? So again, don't get it confused, because although it may give you the target, it does not give you how to reach the target, okay? Now, because the outcome is the specifics, I don't want you to get them confused, because you can get them a little bit confused. The outcome will give you your target, but they don't tell you how to reach your target. That is the process, and going through the process gives you the outcome. You can't get to the outcome unless you go through the process. My bishop preached about that a couple of times last year. You got to go through the process. So that's it. You got to go through the process in order to get to the outcome, the desired outcome, okay? So again, don't get it confused, because although it may give you the target, it does not give you how to reach the target, okay? So going through the process to get to this outcome is going to make you have to love yourself a little differently, because sometimes the process of getting to your outcome can be strenuous. It sometimes can be what some people may think is stressful. It may even at times become a little overwhelming, but I'm going to borrow something from our seniors and our ancestors. Anything worth having is worth working for. So in order to obtain those things, you got to go through something to see that desired outcome. So the outcome, the target is what you're looking for. The outcome in that target is very important, because you had to go through a few things to get to the outcome. Okay, now we're here. Now what? So I'm going to give you an example. It's an example of loving yourself to get to a desired outcome, okay? Because I think that's where we fail, is we don't love ourselves enough to get to the desired outcome. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a little example. I wrote something down. Okay, so as a teenager, let's just pretend. We like to pray. We like to pretend, right? That's what dreaming's all about. Part of what dreaming is, we got to pretend. We got to think about those things and see them before we get there. So let's just pretend you're a teenager. As a teenager, you made the decision and the choice to become a lawyer. That's a big thing. What do you think? It's a pretty big thing, right? I think so. So making that decision to become a lawyer as a teenager, you understand there are some things that you're going to have to go. Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't. But the reality is there's some things you're going to have to do. So in order to be a lawyer, of course, you got to graduate high school. You have to take some courses in high school that you probably wouldn't expect you were going to take, right? Then you're going to go to college, 4-year college. You're going to take some courses. You got to get your general ed out of the way, and then you're going to start taking those courses that are required to get your law degree, right? Pretty much, right? To get that desired outcome, to have that great title of being a lawyer, you're going to have to go through things like take courses and exams. You're going to have to study for the exams. You're going to have to graduate from college, graduate from law school, and then pass the bar. Passing the bar got you to the target. You following me? Because the outcome is becoming a lawyer. That's your goal. That's the outcome of your goal. So, that's an example of an outcome and a process, right? So I'm coming to the end of this, but because I want my videos to be pretty short, so that you'll hang on later for those interviews and stuff that might get a little deep. But now you know what the desired outcome is. You know what the process was. I gave you an example. I even gave you an example of last week on what a process was. Okay, so you know those things. And now you're coming to the realization of the outcome. What if it doesn't work? What if it doesn't? Reality, what if it doesn't? Let's think about that for a second. What if it doesn't? It's a great possibility that you might fail. It's a great possibility that it might not work. But guess what? That's a part of the process. It might not work. You might fail. But at this point in your failure and in the situation where it might not work, you now have an advantage that you didn't have before. You now know what doesn't work for you. Did you think about that? So it's okay to fall, because then you have to learn how to get back up. That's the outcome. Then you can do it again and know what not to do. The greatest and most successful people have failed. They've fallen multiple times, not just, oh, no, I'm just lucky. Luck runs out. Plain and simple. Luck runs out. So don't be afraid to fail. And that's in everything. That's in the success of business. That's in the success of school. That's in the success of anything you decide to do. Even relationships. Don't be afraid that the outcome for a relationship, that's an example. Boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. The outcome is you want to be in love. You want to feel love. Don't be afraid to fall in love. Don't be afraid to go for it. She might like you. She might not. He might like you. He might not. But until you stand up and show yourself worthy, that it's okay that you might fall, and this is in a relationship or anything else, that it's okay that you might fall. Your failures will start looking at you and saying, oh, they're going to get up. So what am I doing? So for those of you that talk about haters, your haters will get tired. They'll get tired of trying to make you fail, because you got to get up. You can't stay there. You're worth too much to stay there. You're worth too much not to want love or to be loved. You're worth too much not to want to be successful. You deserve it and you're worth it. Okay? Well, I'm going to stop right now. Hopefully I've given you enough love for the day. Hopefully that I'm hoping that I've said something that has encouraged you and made you want to stand up and be the best you can be, because you're worth it. You deserve it. Your family deserve it. Your friends deserve it. But you deserve it. You're beautiful. You're amazing. And you need to know that. You're amazing. Well, tribe, I love you. Love you. And I hope to talk to you soon. Have a great day. Everyone be safe and stay healthy. Bless you.